We're going to take another look at doubles today. Now, last time we talked about doubles, we talked about trying to identify what a straight double is. So we lined up balls just a few inches off the cushion, and by hand we moved the cue ball till we found what we felt was a straight double for a medium pace stun shot. If you haven't watched that video, then I'll go and watch it now. I'm going to put a link up in the top corner and then come back to this one. Now we've identified what a straight double is. Today we're going to highlight the different pace that we play a shot at and the effect that is going to have on the double. So I've set up here what I think is a straight double for a medium pace stun shot, and I've marked the positions with the chalk so I can reset the balls up exactly the same every single time. First of all, let me just show you that this is a straight double for a medium pace stun shot. So there we go, centre of the pocket. Let me just set this up again. This is why we use the chalks. Okay, exactly the same setup every single time. And there we go. So now I want to show you the different effects that playing the shot harder or with more pace is going to have on the shot. First of all, let's talk about the slower shot, so playing it with much less pace. I'm going to play this next shot with pocket weight. So the object ball isn't going to, well, it's just about going to reach the cushion. And what we're going to see is it's going to come off the cushion and it's going to slide a little bit, just a fraction, so which means it's going to come wider off the cushion than the natural angle. And we're actually going to miss the pot on the far side. We're going to either hit the jaw or if not, just past the jaw. So just by playing it slower. Nothing else changes. Centre of the cue ball. The cue ball won't stun this time because I'm playing it at pocket weight. By the time the cue ball reaches the object ball, the spin will have gone off it. So the cue ball will just roll through a fraction. But it is just the same centre of the cue ball. Nothing else changes other than the pace. Let's see what happens. And there we go. So just by having it with pocket weight, so it's just going to drop in the pocket, we've missed the pot on the far side. It's slid off that cushion and it's come wide. Let me set it up again. And this time I'm going to talk about what happens when we play the shot firmer. So exactly the same setup again. Nothing else is going to change this time, but I'm going to play this next shot with much more pace. And what we're going to see is it's going to come off much narrower off the cushion. It's not going to slide at all. It's not going to come off natural. It's going to come off narrow, almost square off the cushion. And what we're going to see is it's going to come, we may make it, or we may miss on the near side. So we're probably going to hit somewhere near this jaw just by going for a much more pace. Let me show you. Nothing else changes again, other centre of the cue ball again, centre hitting the object full ball again, and we'll see it come off narrow. And there you go. By hitting it with more pace, and it wasn't dramatically more pace, but it was more pace, we've hit this near jaw. So we've missed the pocket narrow, we've missed the pocket wide, just by changing the pace we play the shot at. Nothing else changed on those three shots. Hit the same centre of the cue ball on all three shots, and I caught the red absolutely full ball on all three shots. And the difference of the angle it came off at was quite dramatic. Now, that's something you really need to take into account when you're playing doubles, that you know the pace the shot that you play the shot at is going to have an effect of the angle the ball is going to come off the cushion at. It's one of the main reasons why I think playing doubles with the same pace and spin every time is really important. I think it's going to enable you to be a much better doubler of the ball if you can try and keep things as repeatable as possible. Now, I know the positional side of the shot is going to have an effect on what you want to do with the cue ball, but if you're factoring in doubles to your clearances, then try and factor in what you're trying to do with the cue ball. So always trying to allow yourself to play these shots with the same pace will make you be a much more consistent doubler of the ball. But if you do have to play shots slower or with more pace because of positional side of the shot, then understand what is going to happen. So the slower you play the shot at, the more it's going to throw wider or slide wider, and the more pace, the more it's going to straighten up. Don't just take my word for this. Go and test it out for yourself. Use chalks if you need to, just to set the balls up the same way every single time, and play around with it. Just experiment with the pace you play the shot at to get a feel for how much it's going to slide and how much it's going to straighten up. And of course, I want to hear from you. Let me know what you thought of this video. Has this helped your understanding of what's going on with the pace you play the shot at? And of course, if you've enjoyed this video, then hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, and I'll catch you next time.